Hello everyone, welcome back to Rebel TV. We really should have made this video yesterday, but Yash was not available. I had to come out of a time with me. Yusuf was also not available because he had to visit his family, and Neil was not available. He's here now, but he wasn't available yesterday because he was on vacation. So that left me, and I felt that I shouldn't do a video like this on my own, and I should have a fellow United fan with me. Today we'll be talking about the Munich air disaster, which occurred in February 6th, 1958 at around 3:03 a.m. Yesterday was the anniversary of this disaster, and if you guys don't know what happened, Manchester United were coming back from a European Cup game, and the condition of the plane was very poor, and there was a plane
The
crash.
condition of not the plane, the condition around the situation means, in short, the environment was not good enough to fly the plane.
Environments, yeah, environments, and most of our first team players died. The only people who remained, I believe, were Samad Busby, who took 6 months to come back into management. So Bobby Charlton and our goalkeeper, I'm really sorry, I forgot his name, but he's a hero, of course, for being the first one to act and for saving Sir Bobby Charlton. And of course, a lot of fantastic players perished in that accident. Duncan Edwards, England international at age 17. A lot of the finest footballers of a generation said that Duncan Edwards could become one of the greatest footballers of all time. One of these footballers, even the likes of Sir Bobby Charlton said things like that. And Roger Bayern, he was Manchester United's captain for 5 to 10 years. He was at a club for so long and he captained us for so long. He also perished in an accident, but we never gave up after that. Even after getting relegated, we stood our ground. Samad Busby and Sir Bobby Charlton stayed loyal to this fantastic football club, and throughout the years after that, we acquired players such as George Best and Dennis Law, and we formed a holy trinity that has a statue outside of Old Trafford, um, and that is the trio that basically won us the European Cup. Unfortunately, Dennis Law could not actually play in the European Cup final. I forgot the reason why. I think it was because of injury. But in the European Cup final, we actually took the lead. I'm pretty sure Sir Bobby Charlton scored the first goal, and then
It was against
Benfica,
Benfica, I remember.
yeah, against Benfica, and then Benfica equalized at around the 55th minute, I think it was, and then we went to extra time. At an extra time, George Best scored the goal that gave us the lead. He went around the keeper and scored. And then I always forget a player's name. I know Bobby Jordan and George Best scored in that game, but there was some other player. I always forget his name who scored in that final. But someone else scored for United. I forgot his name. Um, and then Sababi Charlton scored the second goal of the game with a header, and he lifted Sababi Charlton, who was involved in that accident in 1958. 10 years later, he was lifting the European Cup, and Manchester United were the first ever team to lift the European Cup. And it's crazy, Manchester United. It all started in Yorkshire, where a bunch of people wanted to start a football club, because they're seeing other football clubs start, they wanted to start their own football club. Originally, our colours were not reds. Originally, our colours were yellow and green, and we were a club called Newton Town Heat. I think the name of the club was, and we and uh, and it was really and over the years the situation actually got tough for us financially. However, Manchester United made a fundraiser using a dog. They started a fundraiser, and and a man who was called da- who called, who and a man whose name was Davis. He bought Manchester United for 5 million, and he financed the club, and he asked the fans to finance the club along with him, and that's basically in the beginning. That was the beginning of Manchester United, and this never giving up attitude, this attitude of working hard every day to achieve our dream. To achieve our dream. That's what Manchester United is all about. So yeah, I've been talking here for a while. Neil, sorry for not giving you the spotlight. Yeah, go on, mate. Give us your thoughts.
It's okay, man. Not a problem. I know we were talking about the history of Manchester United, but it's very unfortunate at that point of time at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. at around 6 February 1958 in Munich, West Germany. A lot of our brave men, 23, apart from the footballers, many people died, and our Manchester United, great players of Manchester United died, including one of the greatest potential players, greatest young potential players at that point of time was Sir Duncan Edwards. Sir Duncan Edwards. He couldn't make it out alive. He left. He was alive for 15 days, but he eventually he died after 15 days because it was really the injuries he suffered were really severe, and he could have actually died even after surviving. Even after surviving, he couldn't have played football. Unfortunately, I think so. I think so. Not playing football, and the death was even more worse for Sir Duncan Edwards. And then moving on for Sir Bobby Charlton and our goalkeeper, he was a main hero because he saved Sir Bobby Charlton and Sir Matt Busby. He came in management after 6 months, which is absolutely it's absolutely heartbreaking, because after that it seemed like over for Manchester United. We were never going to be a good club, a big club again. Like after winning the Premier League title, that was 1 year after winning the Premier League title. It means everything was perished. Everything was perished, but
First division, actually. At that time, it was actually called the first division, actually.
the first division. But it seemed like everything was finished. But we worked hard. We didn't let our heads down. We used the academy. We got relegated so many times. Then after 10 years of success, after 10 years of hard work, we eventually lived the our first ever European title. At that point of time, and now it is called UEFA Champions League, the European title at that point of time, and we were the first English team to do it under Sir Matt Busby, the great Sir Matt Busby, and the most and one fun fact about Sir Matt Busby that I got to know this from Thieves only that, but I'm saying this that he used to play for Liverpool and Manchester City, and he's still one of the greatest managers of Manchester United, which is I think so that the same case goes for George Graham, who was the manager of Arsenal, but he still managed who was the manager of Arsenal, but afterwards he managed Tottenham as well. Well, but still, I think so without because in my opinion, if Duncan Edwards, if he survived that crash, he could have been way better than Sir Bobby Charlton. In my opinion, he could have been way better than Sir Bobby Charlton.
Possibly,
And so, and
possibly.
so, Sir Bobby Charlton himself said that he was better. If he would made it alive out and would have started playing football again, he would have been greater player than me, and his statue would be outside there instead of me. His statue would have been there, but
Well,
unfortunately,
I think,
things.
also another thing about Saman Busby was that one interesting thing is that actually the reason he went to Manchester United instead of going to Liverpool offered him the assistant manager role, but Manchester United offered him the first team manager role, and that's why he actually went to Manchester United.
Well, being a Liverpool and a Manchester City legend, still he is one of the greatest Manchester United legends, of greatest Manchester United legends. And then after comes Sir Alex Ferguson, and I think so. We don't have any great managers after that. After Sir Alex, means I don't want to talk about Moyes and stuff like that. Moyes, Mourinho, Van Gaal, but they're still our managers. I still would respect them, but I won't count them into our greatest managers. And talking about one of the most disturbing things in Manchester United at that point of time, and at that point of time, because it was a big tragedy in world football, not only in Manchester United, a big tragedy in world football. Many of our players lost their lives even under the age of 20, under the age of 30. They were not even 30 as well. They were all under the age of 30. They were not 30, unfortunately, dying at such a young age. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, with such um, with such pathetic conditions in West Germany during the time of snowfall in Germany. Still, the another interesting thing that the captain of the captain of the plane who was flying the plane, the captain, he made it out alive, but the co-pilot, he didn't made it alive. After 5 days, he died, which is another bad thing. Which is another very bad thing. And now, at that point of time, I remember players. They at that point of time, Manchester United players, they used to play for the badge. They didn't care about the money because after the Munich disaster, we worked hard. Bobby Charlton could have went to Man City. He could have went to Liverpool at that point of time, who were the biggest clubs. We could have went to some. He could have went to Nottingham Forest, who were the biggest club who were the biggest club in the world at that point of time. But he chose to stay in Manchester United. He chose to stay in Manchester United, and he he's still now being called as the greatest ever, one of the greatest ever players to grace on Old Trafford pitch, on the pitch of Old Trafford, and one of the best players of all time. And Manchester United, maybe one of the best players, maybe the best player in the world at one point of time because he won the Ballon d'Or. He won the Ballon d'Or as well, and the same goes. And thanks to the players like George Best as well. Thanks to the players like George Best as well, they contributed. Maybe George Best, he didn't won the Ballon d'Or, but I still think that he deserved
He
Ballon
did.
d'Or. He did won the Ballon d'Or. What he
He
did.
did. He did.
Apologies, guys. Apologies. I'm in the mud right now, so
Oh my God!
I'm such a prat. I'm such a prat. Apologies, guys.
That's fine.
Apologies. I'm such a prat. But he won the Ballon d'Or. Sorry, Sir George Best. If sorry for apologies for my actions, but I didn't knew that you won the Ballon d'Or. But you won the Ballon d'Or. I think so. He's the only Northern Irishman who has won the Ballon d'Or. The
Only
only
United
Northern.
player.
No, only Northern Irishman. He was
Oh
from
yeah,
Northern
yeah,
Ireland.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably, yeah, probably.
Yeah, and thanks to George Best, I still reckon he is he used to be one of the best players in the world and one of the best players to ever to grace in the pitch of Old Trafford and one of the best players of Manchester United of all time. But drugs, money. At that point of time, many players get ruined out of money. They didn't know how to use the money in a better way. That is why they used it on drugs, alcohol, stuff like that. Example: Diego Maradona, stuff like that. Sex and other things. I don't want to talk about that, but I don't want to talk about that, but I salute to those I salute to those players, and thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think we'll end it off here because it's obviously very heartbreaking to talk about this, and it's a very heartbreaking incident that happened. But this is an incident that will bite Manchester United fans to get together with this club for a very very long time. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. If you like this video, please make sure to hit a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications to be notified when we upload our next video. And yeah, glory, glory, Man United.